if not the best pool player on the planet at the moment. Representing Germany, he gets the lag underway. Delighted to be joined in comms with Kelly Fisher.
Lithuania wins the leg.
Hey Carl, how you doing? You all right? You looking forward to...
Well, I was all right.
You're looking forward to being a player now, eh?
I don't. Hey, what's going on here? Hey, oh, the glass is smashed, everything's going on.
He's not nervous much, eh?
Cheers. The first strike, Lithuania to break. Okay, guys. Yeah.
So good opening break shot there.
Well, I've not really seen much of these two young boys here. They're quite young, I think, Carl, huh?
Yeah, we've got 23 and 20, so very young. Not quite the youngest team in the event, that was Bosnia, but nevertheless still very young. I'm sure they're very familiar with their opponent in Joshua Phil.
Well, they've come out flying here, looking quite calm and collected. And so far, they're looking quite smooth, and hopefully they should be really looking to run this rack out.
Yeah, the player at the table is Kęstutis. He's aged 20. It's not too bad, is it? He's got a little angle, or he can play it in the corner. Oh, Labutis misses the 5 ball there.
I think he rushed that. I think he got down quite quickly and just rushed that a little bit.
Yeah, first glance I thought he was going to play it in the side, but elected to play it in the corner. Not sure if he went for the pot or played safe there. I would have thought the pot, Kelly.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe he's going to go for a twofer, a two-way, 2 for 1. But then when he really overcut it, I'm not sure either.
A twofer? I've never heard that saying. Where have I been?
I don't know. You must be getting old, Carl.
I know. Too much time in comms. A twofer.
2 for 1.
I like that. I'm going to steal that.
Extension called.
Well, he never actually got the safe either, so I don't know. Maybe he did go for a 2-way shot and overcut it way too thin. Because Joshua's safety play is top notch, isn't it? It's not often you see him leave a ball hanging out like that.
That's what's so good about the World Cup tour. We get a chance to see, you know, all the different players from around the world, and you know, sometimes some of the teams we've never really seen the players, have we? Because we don't have like a tour what we're all members of, and you know, we see them competing tournament from tournament. So it's a good chance for these two youngsters to kind of show us what they're about.
Extension, please.
Yeah, and I heard Joshua's partner here say that it's his first major event, I believe. I've not seen him before, Carl, have you, in the men's circuit?
No, I've seen him at a few Euro tours. He actually was a runner-up at one of the Euro tours in 2017, and he's a 2018 German straight pool champion. He's pretty handy, but he said in the VT that he worked, so probably chose that route instead of playing professionally. But he's got a pretty handy partner. A bit like yourself, Kelly, you've got a handy partner, haven't you? How's things going in the practice camp?
I have. Oh, it's been good fun. We're both long time since we've seen each other. We're really close off the table, but long time since we've seen each other due to COVID, and good to catch up. I think the first night we were up till 2 in the morning gabbing, you know, chat. I
can imagine.
So but it's been good fun, and we can't wait to play, and we're just going to go out there and enjoy it. So I'm sure we'll have a good time regardless of the result.
Yeah, for people who are watching, you're not related, are you? You're not sisters.
Do you know, Carl, if I'd have had a quid or a dollar, anything for every time somebody's asked me that, I'd be loaded. No. Strangely enough, myself, Alison Fisher, Mandy Fisher, and absolutely no relation.
Yeah, that's incredible, that.
Yeah, in fact, we tried to put together what was it, like a TV show thing called The Fisher Queens, showing the 3 decades of the Fishers in snooker. Actually, it was snooker. So Mandy Fisher being the 80s, Alison being the late 80s, early 90s, and me being the late 90s, early 2000s. Because it was kind of ironic, wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it's very ironic. If anyone from Netflix is watching.
Oh, it never happened. It never come off, but it would have been good.
As Christoph fires the 8-ball in for Joshua. Of course, Joshua, one of the most famous pool players in the world, age 23, nickname The Killer.
Germany wins the first rack.
Former world 9-ball champion, US Open champion, world #1, Mosconi Cup winner, MVP, Euro Tour winners, the list goes on.
And he's only 23. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's his wife, Pia Filler. She's a pretty tidy player as well, right, Kelly?
Yeah, absolutely. I've played Pia a few times and seen her in many events all over the world. She goes to the China events and stuff, and she's a great player. Way to improve, though, right? Having a husband like Joshua. I could do with one like that.
Is that an offer?
Not from you, Carl, though, babe. Of course, darling. You've got Lynette teaching you.
I know, I could do the few tips ready for tomorrow. Will you come and give me half an hour on table coaching after this, Kelly?
Oh, I've just seen Darren, your partner in crimes here, don't you worry.
Did he bring his glasses, do you know?
The ones that you put on Instagram, yeah, them ones, he brought them.
I'm hoping he's brought a spare pair for me as
Germany to break.
Well, Dennis Taylor
Leading
has
one.
retired, so there's a pair flying around somewhere.
So Team Lithuania had a chance in the first rack, didn't take. So they've got a little bit of thinking to do. There we see Christoph. He's breaking in rack 2. There you see a random ball goes in the side and the table looks to be sitting fairly pretty.
As we all know, in 9-ball, the break's huge. And these, I've watched numerous matches now. The wing ball's not guaranteed to go. The balls are breaking funny sometimes dry breaks. But to actually, like you say, make a random ball and then get perfect on the one with a 3 right there, you couldn't ask for a better break-off than that, really. That's what we're all hoping for, right?
Again, pretty good shot there from Christoph. Seems to like to power the ball. He's age 39. Been playing pool 25 years. Favourite pool player is actually Niels Fyan. I think he needs to change that to Joshua Filler, mind.
Extension.
Extension, please.
I'm not sure if these two have ever played together, but they look like they've got a good rapport. They look, look very comfortable together.
Yeah, I think we're so used to seeing the likes of Ralf Souquet over the years, and Torsten Ohlmann, who's one of the top German players as well. A little bit short of pace, that shot though.
I thought this year we might have seen Pia being Joshua's partner for Team Germany.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Husband and wife.
Josh, deine Karte.
Yeah, she loves the pool, does Pia. I think does she kind of like manage Joshua or help some way or another? Or?
I don't really know, to be honest. They've got their
Extension, please.
academy together, where they've got a few tables, and I think they're starting to do some stuff there. They travel everywhere together. Young love, they love pool. I think they live and breathe pool and each other, because wherever she is, he is, and vice versa. And I think it's just young love, and they travel the world together doing what they love. So
yeah, why not?
Seems a good team so far.
Well, pretty good jump shot there. Made contact. Left it a little bit tricky. Yeah, it's a little tester now. If the 5 ball does pass the 7, he's got to get the cue ball all the way up table and back down for the 7. This looks like it's going to work okay.
Watching Joshua over the years is quite funny, because he gives us a wee laugh here and there. If things are going bad or good, you see him smiling around the table, and you never quite know what's going on in his head. But he smiles quite a lot. It's quite funny to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I remember playing Joshua on one of the Euro tours many years ago. I think he was only about 16, and drilled me off the table, and he was like laughing and joking. I just wanted to like slap him round the head, to be honest.
I'm sure. I'm sure there's been a few more than you wanting that as well.
So it's a good start for Germany. 2 racks to 0. That's going to give Lithuania a little bit of thinking. They looked a little bit edgy, didn't they, as they come out, smashing the glasses and knocking the table over. And
yeah, they're so young, bless them. But then when they got to the table, they ran a few balls, and I kind of thought, they were going to run that rack out, and surprising miss there. It's tough, though. It's tough out there. There's no doubt about it that, there's no way to experience that feeling in any practice room, in any other arena, but being put right in it. And they're only young for these two boys. There'll be plenty of times in an arena like this in the future, I'm sure.
You see Marcel, the referee, just trying to make sure he gives the players the best rack possible, trying to get all the balls touching.
Germany is leading 2-0 in the break.
Joshua Filler breaking in rack 3. It's dry and the young lads are going to have a chance here again.
Well, there were 3 balls nearly went in. The wing ball went too far away. 1 ball hit the knuckle and the 6th ball also close. But here we are. Open table here for the 2 Lithuanian players. Try and take advantage of.
That was Kęstutis at the table. This is Pijus.
I'm glad you can pronounce that.
That's just the first names, Kelly. A cue ball to slow down, and he has done, so that's okay. Got a nice angle just to float back over to the opposite side of the table. It's a good chance this now to get off the board. It's always nice to get that first rack.
Well, what matches have been your favourite, Carl, so far?
To be honest, I enjoyed the last one. I thought Italy played really well. I think over the years, Italy have come in, not a bad team, but they've always kind of, you know, got a little bit lost in the moment. But, you know, the way they ended up winning, they got a little bit lucky in the end, don't get me wrong. But I thought overall they played well, and Spain was, well, they were my outside pick. And I think a few people have asked me, and I've said Austria and Spain, and they've gone out, so I'm going to stop predicting.
Yeah, I won't be listening to you then. I'll tell you what match I'm most looking forward to.
Don't say it, Kat. Please don't say it.
Well, I absolutely can't wait.
A team.
ABC. Great Britain C. I think this is going to be... oh, it's going to be very exciting to watch. I'm really looking forward to it, Carl. I bet you are too, aren't you? You must be ecstatic.
Yeah, it's going to be TV gold, to put it bluntly.
Extension, please.
So everybody who's watching must tune in for tomorrow at what time?
It's about 3 AM in the morning. No, I think we're the second match on, actually, right before Great Britain A.
That's right. Approximately 7 o'clock, it's 6:30, something like that. This time tomorrow, everybody must watch.
Yeah, you must watch Dad Bod and my partner who's blind.
Well, a little bit edgy, the cue ball control, a little bit. That one's okay, but the last one, when he got onto the 8, he left it a bit long. But this should be a little nice frame on the board for them.
Lithuania are off the board in this match. They're playing Pool James, Germany. They trail 2 racks to 1.
you.
Welcome back to the
Tip off.
2021
Lithuania
World
break.
Cup of Pool.
Trailing by 2 racks to 1.
Lithuania are finally on the board in this match. Looked a little bit edgy in rack 1, but the nerves will have settled in nicely now. They're trailing this match 2-1. Team Germany, one of the giants of our sport. A little bit unfortunate there, they're going to have no shot on the 1 ball. Both players just discussing where they feel the best place for the cue ball is going to be on the push out.
Good choice, guys.
So I'm right in saying here, if Joshua hands it back like he is doing, it's the same player that has to come in again,
Start the clock,
right?
please.
It's the only time that the same player gets to play 2 shots in a row
Reset the clock, please.
in this event.
Yeah, it was interesting to see
the other
Team
side,
Germany,
please.
how Joshua,
Thanks.
he just come to the table and Christoph just left him to it to make the decision.
You must have faith in him.
Well, he didn't play it like that. He tried to clip it a little bit thinner on the right hand side and leave some distance.
No, you didn't play a shot yet, the direct, did you? Yeah, so it's your choice. Yeah.
Of course, Team Italy played out of turn in the last match, so Joshua's just getting some confirmation from Marcel to make sure he can play the shot, but none of them have played a shot in this rack, so anyone can go.
Well, that was a nice shot. Obviously, there's a big chance here that if he does make good connection with the 1, he could slide it along the rail and the 1 can go into the top left pocket. There's not much else of an easy safe off this kick, is there really?
Extension, please.
Yeah, it looks quite a big target.
Of course, it's if he does make it even, it's getting on the 2 ball. That's the danger.
Foul shot. Ball in.
Well, it's not often you see your kick shot played that slow in that instance, isn't it?
Start the clock, please.
No, that was a bit too dangerous for my liking. I was just about to say if he'd have played it perfectly there, I was going to say, look how wrong I am. But no, overall, I think it's a bit too dangerous to be playing that like that off that kind of shot.
Yeah, and I think if he'd have played it a little bit harder on that line, it wouldn't have been that far away from potting the ball, but it's ball in hand for Germany. Joshua's underhit the positional shot there. He wanted to get the cue ball a lot further out into the middle of the table.
He kind of caught that a bit too thick, didn't he, the 2 ball?
Yeah, now his partner's got a little
Extension,
tester. These are always a lot thinner than the TV screen makes it look.
He seemed to look a little bit unsure there, but gathered himself together to make a decision. think he's come out all right there. Bit dangerous, the cue ball colliding into the purple 5, but I think he's left Joshua a shot on this 4 ball.
Well, he's jumping, so he's hooked his partner. What a shot there from the killer. Just fires the jump shot in like it's a hanger. I think the cue ball actually landed on the ball as well. They've no extension left, so he's only got 10 seconds. See the difference in styles in both players. Joshua very natural and plays very quick. Christoph a little bit more measured is in approach.
Germany wins the rack.
Yeah, just had a round of applause in the studio here. It wasn't me. It was Josh. It was Joshua's wife, Pia. Pia, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I've had cheers, I've had claps, I've had come on, Yoshi.
Yep.
I'm loving it up here. It's good to have company like this.
Yeah, of course, it's very important to always have support on your side, and I'm known for doing it for Joshua, and I'll keep doing it.
It's brilliant for me to see the insight. He's playing some phenomenal stuff right now.
Oh yeah, he's in good shape. They look like a great team, and I can't wait the outcome for the match.
And if he wins, he might get his favourite meal tonight. Only the food he eats, I'm told.
Oh yeah, we know he's a McDonald's lover. He got it before the match, and if he wins, he will get it again, for sure.
Is it a filet fish?
Again.
No, sorry, it's a bad joke for me. But Carl says he's one of the best players in the world at the moment.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's the #2 player in the world right now. We want to get back to the #1, of course, and it can only get better.
He's smiling there.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope he's smiling at the end of the match. Germany in control, but are we ready to go? I think we're ready to go. Yep. We'll speak to you very shortly, Pierre. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, the fifth rack. Germany to break, leading by 3 racks to 1.
So as long as Joshua keeps up this good performance, he's going to get himself a McDonald's.
I've been trying to keep away from McDonald's. I think I might have to change my food habits here if it produces pool like what Joshua plays.
Yeah, get yourself a Big Mac, Kelly.
I've had a few too many of them in the past.
Yeah, the Moscone Cup. That's all he had, Joshua. He just wanted McDonald's. We kept going for the team meals and we're all having the chilies and the curries, and he just always kept phoning the McDonald's. Pretty funny.
Best of it is only a little thing, isn't he? Not got any McDonald's belly or anything.
Not yet.
He is very young, that's true. I only have to look at it and I gain a few pounds.
Go Going along nicely here though, Germany. Of course, we wasn't too sure how Christoph would, you know, partner up. We're so familiar with the likes of Joshua and Ralph, as I said before, and Torsten Oman.
Christoph's looking great. He's looking nice and calm and fluent, and definitely like he belongs there. And it looks like he's very comfortable with Joshua. So maybe that maturity gives you that, you know.
Yeah, 39 years of age. Joshua's 23, so even though Joshua's the youngest, he's like the captain of the team. Christoph's got to be a little bit careful here. Awkward queuing, that's why the referee stood right there, making sure he doesn't touch that purple 5. To watch the 6th ball, that needs to slow down. It has. That's job well done.
Yeah, I've got to say Joshua's left him a couple of awkward shots and he's kind of pulled them off so far. So certainly, if Joshua's the captain, he's going to be happy with his partner for sure.
Is there a captain in Camp Great Britain B?
Well, yeah, and her name is Fisher. No, I wouldn't say there is, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it over to Alison for sure. Let her be the captain. It's not a problem.
I, for one, am very excited to watch Alison. I don't think I've ever seen her. Have I seen her play live before? I'd have to cast the mind back. Obviously, I've seen yourself not so long ago in the Predator Championship
Germany
League
wins the
2.
round.
Accounted yourself very well there, Kelly. I think these Filipinos have got to be careful.
Well, yeah, hopefully it can start off like the last time I was here. That would be good. Wishful thinking maybe, but we'll see. I've never actually partnered with Alison before, other than we did Queen's Cup, a bit similar to Moscone Cup, over in the Philippines, and we were on the same team, so we had some matches. That was many years ago, so it's been a while.
I actually asked her if you'd played in the comms yesterday, and I said, "Oh, how did you get on?" She went, "We lost."
We did. We did. It was good fun though.
Yeah, the young lads from Lithuania, they know they're in a battle now. They've seen Team Germany play some nice outs. They'll be enjoying their time here though, even though they don't look like it at the minute. But I'm sure they're having loads of fun and enjoying being here and competing.
The 6th rack. Germany is leading for 1 and will break.
The 9 ball's close to the side.
Germany
And it's gone.
wins the rack.
Could see it bouncing off the rail. It's our 2nd golden break of the event. And there you can see the flashing golden 9 balls in the distance in the arena. And you see it gets kissed. And it goes into the side pocket. What a time for a golden break for Germany. It's all going their way. Join us shortly.
Germany wins the rack.
This was the second golden break of the tournament, and it was the killer Joshua Filler, and he's watching the 9 as it falls in the side pocket, and that puts Germany 5-1 up as he fist pumps his buddy.
Germany to break.
It's fair to say Lithuania have got it all to do. Christoph is breaking in the 7th. Then you see the one ball goes off the side rail, tracks all the way up into the corner. Does have a shot on the 2 ball, but he's got real awkward cueing.
Little advantage with him being left-handed. Still not easy by any means.
Yeah, the cue ball is right on top of the pink 4, so he's literally got to hit the centre. He's completely made a mess of that as Joshua. And
guys, can you take a shot, please?
wasn't easy when you're queuing down, but he'll just have a little laugh and a joke to himself.
Foul shot.
I'm not quite sure what he was actually playing there. This is a great chance now for Lithuania. They'll be desperate to put another rack on the board.
Yeah, I mean, they've not played too bad, really. We've not really seen much of them at the table, have we? They just look a little bit rabbit in the headlights.
I think that very first rack where the player at the table, sorry, tell me his name.
Kęstutis.
There we go. Thank you, Carl. You know, he missed that 3 ball, and I think that was, you know, quite an important ball because, you know, getting off to a great start where they could have relaxed and kind of turn it completely around. But never too late. We might see him have a comeback here.
Yeah, you could see Kęstutis just walk around the table, looking where he wants the cue ball to play the 8 in the corner. And that's okay. Man at the table is Labutis, 23 years of age. He's bronze medal in the under-19 World Junior Championships.
Extension,
As
please.
he leaves his partner on the 50-yard line. So it's a bit of a horrible shot, this one, isn't it, Kelly? When it just lands short of where you wanted the cue ball.
Yeah, I mean, in the practice room, it's not a problem, but when you're out, 5-1 down, I'm sure he'll make it down. Yeah. Right in the middle of the pocket.
Lithuania.
Great
wins
rack
the-
there from Lithuania, pulling it back to 5-2, and a chance for them to break and make a comeback here.
Yeah, Lithuania are back in it. Only minutes before we just saw a golden break. Joshua's wife, Pia, is with us. Proud of your husband there with the golden break, but he won't be happy with what just happened there.
Oh yeah, he totally mishit the 2-ball. He hit it on the wrong side, so it was a bad mistake. But you gotta stay positive and wait for the next chance and just take it.
He knew straight away, didn't he? The way he just sat down and his head on the floor. There's the incident here, so.
Yeah, he for sure knows that it was a bad one. But yeah, you can't change it anymore. You gotta stay positive and just keep going.
Absolutely, he's been in situations like this before. Is the difference, though, when you're in doubles, you can't just react straight away and hit it again? You've got to wait a bit longer.
Yeah, exactly. So in doubles, it's kind of a little bit different because it's hard to find the rhythm. Joshua is a very fast player. Christoph is more like not a really slow player, but something in between. So they actually looked like they found the rhythm, and they just have to keep focused and try their best and bring the match home.
And they are talking quite a lot. We saw earlier that Denmark didn't really speak much at all, but they are in constant conversation here.
Yeah, there are different types of players. So some like to talk a lot, some not. So it's different in every team.
Pia, for now, thank you very much. Let's get back to the game.
Thanks, guys. It's the 8th break. Lithuania has a break.
Pia Filler, Joshua's
Trailing by
wife,
5
sweating the action from the sidelines.
Can you switch off the lights?
So, Carl, based on what Pia's saying there, what's your tactics, you and Darren's? Talking a lot, quiet? What we're going to do there then?
Well, I don't think he wants to listen to me, but I'll be talking loads. I'll be saying, your shot, pal. You go first. I'll just be sat there trying not to do anything.
You jump it, you break, you kick it.
Yeah, I've always been very much the type of player where I'm not ultra, zoned in and focused, which was probably my downfall, to be honest, but you are who you are at the end of the day.
Well, we are talking to previous champions here, by the way.
Well, the only team left to be champions and all, even though we got in about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well. You never know.
I'll just be glad if I could just put a few balls and, I can handle missing a few, I'll take that, but just put a few. I'm actually going to go to the practice table soon.
Do you need a cue?
Well, I've had a few offers actually. Fedor Gorst said he'll lend me his, so it'd be the worst cue to borrow, would it, Fedor's?
Well, earlier in the practice room, you had a little shot of mine, didn't you?
Yeah, I did like your cue, actually. It was very nice. I'd be too scared to knock the tip off your cue, though. Well, a few years ago, that would have dropped. It'd have slid in and it'd have fell. And you just got to get a little bit nearer to the jaw. So another mistake from Joshua. This one was a lot easier than the previous one. He missed, but it is a mistake, and it's giving the young boys another chance to close the gap.
I think you were hitting it on the thicker side just to kind of hold the cue ball for the 3, but they're really not forgiving these
Extension,
pockets.
please.
We've seen many a ball so far in this tournament being held up in the pocket. You think it might drop, and it's actually staying over the pocket. Well, he certainly didn't want that. Well, but the good side is he's got quite an easy save here. He really needs to tie them up, tie Germany up, put them in a really good safety play position, I mean.
Did he get it, or has he left the gap right through the middle of the 2 balls? Would you look at that? And usually would be thinking, If Joshua was at the table, it would be the right man at the table, but he's made a couple of little errors, so maybe this is Christoph's time
please.
to shine. He's played very well so far in this match.
Yeah, that safety shot there was a poor safety shot. Got 2 balls. He had to get it close and tie him up. Right through the gap here.
Yeah, that was a big shot that. He would have known it as well. It would have just got... It'd have given Germany a chance to get on the hill, and he's missed it. So, interesting moments coming up now.
Yeah, a few mistakes in the middle of this match here. Surprisingly, the one from Joshua, and that wasn't an easy shot from Christoph there. But again, a bit of a sloppy safety shot there. He really had to be tying him up completely and snookering him just to get the advantage back for Lithuania. Now this should be Joshua. He will put him right behind the 4 ball, I think.
No, he's made a mess of the safety, so everyone's feeling it at the moment out there. Everyone knows how important this rack is going to be. If Germany win this rack, well, you would pretty much think it's game over. If Lithuania can just steal this rack and make it 5-3. You know, he's not got the hook, but as long as he can't see the potting angle, which he can't, I mean, he might be stuck behind the 6 after this shot. Depends if he can see enough of the 3 ball, of course.
Bit unfortunate, to be fair. Good 3 ball, cue ball anywhere else on the table on this right side, and they were fully snookered.
Foul.
Yeah, he's caught the 6 on the way down.
Ball in hand.
Bit of drama now. It was all going Germany's way. They was looking good, but they've shown a few signs of weakness.
Stop the clock, please.
I think Lithuania need to capitalise on the mistakes in this rack from Germany, and the match could turn around. That's what we see often, Carl, isn't it? 1 or 2, just one rack going the wrong way, and a match could turn right around completely. We can't write off Germany by any means. They are the favourites and they're in the winning seat still, but certainly Lithuania are at the table, and if they win this rack, they'll be breaking in the next.
Yeah, absolutely. These remaining 4 balls now. The key in the match, this cue ball needs to keep going, and it has done. I think he's played that real nice. He's landed the perfect side of this ball just to run the cue ball through. Just always makes your opponent think, doesn't it, this Kelly, where they've had a few chances and made a bit of a mess of it. Probably thinking they should be on the hill, maybe even have won the match.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, both teams have made some errors in this rack, and Germany, both players have made some errors. So I suppose there's nobody to blame as such. It's just been across the board a bit of a scrappy rack. But Lithuania have took it. 5-3 and break him.
Yeah, they're still in this match, Lithuania, as we see the first smile of the match. There you see Joshua and Christoph. Well, there's not much smiling going over that side of the arena, is there? They know they've had a few chances in that rack and they would have been 6-2 up. As Kelly said though, 5-3, still not a bad lead, but you just always seem to think of the worst, don't you? You know, you could be sat there thinking, well, we're 5-3 up, happy days, but you know, as pool players, you just always think of the bad shots, don't you? You never remember the good ones, do you?
I know, it's true. It's true, and it's easy to say, you know, keep positive, forget the bad shots. We're sat in that chair, in that arena. It's so difficult to control what thoughts actually really go on inside your head.
This is a wonderful view of the arena this year, put on by Matchroom Multisport. Has to be said, they've done very well to get this tournament even going ahead. 32 countries from all over the world in a pandemic. I mean, it's nothing short of a miracle.
The 9th rack.
Absolutely.
Lithuania to break. Trailing 3-5.
29 countries in the end, 3 being from, no, 30 countries. 3 of us being from Great Britain. But still, a massive feat with all the restrictions and all the testing.
Foul shot.
Oh dear.
Ball in net.
That's the last thing Lithuania wanted. First time they got, you know, the advantage back. And to scratch is
Foul shot.
your worst
Ball in
nightmare.
net.
Yeah, and the way he scratched, he kind of sent the cue ball up towards the pocket on his own. It didn't get kissed, so it was a bad break. It'll be notched down as a poor break, and Germany will know this is a big chance now. So Joshua's hampered by the 4 ball, but should be okay.
Have you ever partnered with somebody left-handed? You're right-handed, Carl, right? So you know when you're partnering with somebody left-handed like Jason, obviously, you've probably partnered with him before. You do have to think a little bit where you leave the cue ball, because automatically you leave it in a position so it's easy for you to reach right-handed. I just noticed there, he was pointing where he wanted the cue ball kind of thing. I thought, what are they talking about? I'm assuming it was so Joshua could reach.
Yeah, because I think if you'd have just played the obvious shot, what we were probably looking at, you maybe wouldn't have been able to reach being left-handed. So, yeah, something to think about when a right and a left-handed player play together. As Joshua makes another mistake.
That seemed a little unnecessary. I think he had a little bit of angle where he could have punched it out and just left him a shot. Not quite sure why he opted to try draw it all the way back and up again.
I think you'll see Christoph just try and get that 6 ball on the bottom diamond, and then the cue ball up near the 7 ball. Yeah, that's fine. He played it a different way, put it more. The main thing is he used the 9 ball as a blocker, and he played it well. So Lithuania will be kicking at this. Well, you can just see a little edge, but that is so difficult full length to hit that so thin. But they do have young guys.
Extension, please.
I was just thinking the same there. They've got young eyes. That were me or you or Alison or Darren. I'm sure would be panicking.
Well, if it's Darren, I'm saying just kick it off one rail, pal. So what can Pijus come up with here? He's decided to play thin off this. This is horrible. And this might not turn out too bad if it holds up. Has he left a shot on the 6 ball? Josh was having a close look. Pijus was having a close look.
He actually caught it thicker than I thought was possible. It's not looking clear to whether it goes or not.
Extension call.
Yeah, he's got his jump cue, so that means he's got to jump over a slight edge of this 9 ball, and he's trying to pot it, send the cue ball round the table for the 7. Oh wow, Kelly, that was close, and yet again we see another ball rattle and stay in the jaws of the pocket.
Joshua's so good with the jump cue. He's never far away, but he couldn't have got any closer with that shot. Any other table, or you know, any other event, that might have dropped in. This table's playing quite tough, I must say. I've seen a lot of the rattles and staying over the pockets.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful here. Whenever the ball is over the pocket, it's never guaranteed position, but this will do. Lovely. Well judged. So the boys from Lithuania are just a couple of balls away from really making this a match. So this 9 ball pulls them 1 behind. They trail Germany 5-4. Let's see how this unfolds after the break.
Foul. Thanks, guys. The 10th rack.
Who would have thought Lithuania would be breaking in the 10th rack, trailing 5-4. Well, that's what we've got going on here. We're in a battle. You see, he just switched to the opposite side of the table to break. Last time they broke, they scratched. Very powerful break. Needs a random ball though. Oh, and look at this. Is the 6th ball going to make it? It's not, so this is a bit of an open look for the Germans now.
It's a pretty open table, Carl, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the only chance they've got is it just depends on where the green 6 ball is. If it's obviously over the pocket, it's fine, but I mean, they're not messing about, are they? So it must be fine. Maybe the 6 will kind of double kiss when they play the 5 down the rail. That's going to be the shot in this rack. Hey, we can see the 6. It looks like it's on the actual joint, does it? The actual jaw touching the rail.
Strange, isn't it? It's not right, is it? No. Because it just went down from 25 to 0.
Yeah, the shot clock saga continues. Yeah, it was fine, just a little double kiss in, so that's all good. Just one little hurdle to overcome now.
Just reset the clock, please.
You keep control of the cue ball. Seen a lot of this, Kelly, actually, over the matches. I think everybody struggled with the pace of the table. Seen a lot of shots were over it or under hit.
Yeah, I think we've noticed that the rails are a little bit pingy, you know, and it's with the lights and the different conditions. You know, you get that the table's running quite fast, the rails are quite bouncy, and the pockets are playing a little sharp. So that all together, you know, it creates some mistakes and it creates some, I don't know, confidence, killing some confidence here and there once you make a couple of mistakes. It's funny because the equipment, our equipment does change with the weather and, you know, the heat, cold, rainy, dry. So we do have all that that does actually change the condition of the table. But here we are.
So Germany get to the hill first.
Germany wins the rack.
It's 6-4.
Yes, big shouts here in the studio. Josh's wife, Pia, big rack there for Germany.
Oh yeah, definitely. They missed 2 golden chances before, which having ball in hand tries on an open table, and they didn't run out. So it was very important rack for them to get on the hill.
They're on the hill now, of course, but this Lithuania side, we didn't know much about them, but they're impressing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think with the bookmakers, they are the underdogs, but never underestimate some players, you know, because especially when they are the underdogs, they got nothing to lose and they don't have much pressure, so they can just play and enjoy the show.
A few mistakes with the German team as well.
Yeah.
Do you think Joshua sometimes prefers the singles game to quickly eradicate those mistakes quickly?
Good question. Of course, it's easier to get out of those mistakes if you play singles, but I mean the event is doubles, and if you make a mistake, then the other player has to step up and try to make best out of it, and the other way around. So just keep going and bring the match home.
Absolutely, bring the match home. They are on the hill. Right, back to the commentators.
Nice words there. Something to think about for tomorrow when we're heading to our matches, Kelly.
That's right. That's right. No matter what happens, just bring the match home. Yeah. That's how I'm taking from it. So that'd be nice if we can do that, Carl, tomorrow. Both of us, huh?
So he's made the 1 ball on the break. Cue ball got kicked onto the top rail. He's got a shot at the 2, but if it's dead straight, well, it's horrible. I suppose the only good thing is the red 3 ball, which is the next ball, is close to the ball he's about to pot. Christoph is going to be feeling it, you know, he's not used to this environment, he's not much experience. You know, he said it's his first ever Matchroom event. You know, his partner is arguably the best player in the world at the minute, so he's going to be feeling a little bit edgy.
He'd give anything for that cue ball to be a foot away from that rail.
Brilliant shot there from Christoph, handled that real nice, potted the ball clean in the centre of the pocket. And now this is it's a genuine chance now for the rack and the match. Just asking his partner there, Joshua, for some reassurance, just to... I mean, he probably knows the shot, but just nice to get another...
Extension called.
Another brain working on the shot. Kind of just settling him down. Yeah, that'll work. He's got enough angle there. He can get back out for the 6. Doesn't matter who you are, whether you're Joshua Fuller and you've got all the experience in the world. It's always nice to just get that win out of the way.
Definitely say the very first match is always the toughest. Everybody just wants to get a win under the belt. And as we've seen so far in this tournament, there's been some surprising results. It can happen. But it looks like we've got Germany here taking the favourites and taking the win. 2 more balls to make that happen.
There's the famous yes from Joshua Fuller as he hugs his partner, Christoph Reintjes. I'm sure Pia Fuller is also delighted with her man and her team. Germany advance into the next round. It was a little bit scary at times.